Hello everyone. This is part 76 of our playlist Full Stack Python. Okay, so this is a training course. This is what? This is a training course. In this training course, we are learning theory in depth as well as we are learning programming in depth. We are learning theory in depth so that we can understand concept clearly, and we are writing programs in depth so that we can crack the hacker rank problem or interview related problems. All right. So that's why this is what? This is a training course. It is not just like a video. Okay. So it is not like a single video where you can learn full stack Python. This is a training course. Okay. So in this today's video, we are going to learn about abstraction. Okay. So before learning abstraction, let me tell you the basics of like class, like why we create class, how we can diagrammatically represent a class. Okay. So we will see pictorial representation of class. Okay. So in this, I will use this software in order to draw the class. So for example, you can consider a class. For example, we have a class like, okay, let me create the structure of the class. Okay. So this is a class, and what's the name of this class? Okay, let's say the name of the class is, okay, let me increase the font size, 48. Okay. For example, class name is triangle. Triangle. It is too much large. I will make it small. All right, fine. This is what? This is our class name, right? This is our class name. So in our class, we have two things. Okay. So in the class, we have two things. You can say in a class, how many things we have? We have two things. Okay. So number one things is property of the class. Property of the class. Like property, you can consider property is like, if I'm writing here dimension 1. So dimension 1 is the property of which class? Triangle class. For example, I'm writing here dimension 2. So dimension 2 and dimension 1 is the property of which class? Triangle class. After that, we write the methods in the class. Okay. First we define the properties in the class, then we write the methods of the class. For example, in this class we have a method. Okay. Again take it. Okay. For example, we have a method like def read dimension. We have a method. Okay. Read dimension, we have a method. All right. And in this method, we will take dimension from the user. So we will call property self dot dimension 1 equals to input. Okay. So our input returns what type of data? This input return what type of data? String type of data, but our dimension may have float value. So we will convert string to float, right? And for second dimension, we will write method self dot dimension 2, and this one is dimension 1, and this one is also float type. So we will write float. Inside the float parenthesis, I will write here input. Correct. Then I will write another method for find area. Def find area. Right. And if it is an instance method, then definitely I will write here self. Correct. And what I will write here? I will write here return self dot dimension 1 into self dot dimension 2 into 0.5. This is a formula of find area of a triangle. Okay, hope you are getting this. So in a class, okay, so in a class we have properties as well as method. How many methods we have? We have read dimension method as well as we have find area method. We have two methods. Okay, for example, we have another class. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, let me raise this. Okay, problem. All right, let me create another class. Okay, so in a class we have class name, properties, and methods of the class. Right. So this is for class name. and this is for class property, and rest part of for class method. Okay, so here I will write name of the class. For example, this class name is like rectangle. This one is for rectangle. Correct. The class name is rectangle. Then I will write the property of the class. For example, if we talk about property of the class, so property is what? Property is like dimension 1 and dimension 2. We have two dimension in rectangle also. Dimension 1 and dimension 2. Okay. And in this triangle we have some methods. Methods are like def, read, dimension. Read dimension method we have. Okay, this is an instance method. That's why I will write here self as the first argument. Okay, then what I will write? I will take input dimension from the user. Self dot dimension 1 equals to float input. Right. I will write like this. I will take input second dimension as well. Self dot dimension 2 equals to float input. Right. And then I will calculate the area of the triangle. Def find area self. Okay, this is the instance method. That's why I'm writing self. And here I will return the area of rectangle. So I will write here self dot dimension 1 multiplication self dot dimension 2. Correct. Okay. So what happened? Okay, so after long time I'm using this software, so that's why this problem is coming. Sure. Okay. So we have this method here also. Okay. So okay. So please try to understand everyone. We have a triangle class and we have a rectangle class. In the triangle class, we have two dimension, dimension 1 and dimension 2. In the rectangle class, we have two dimension, dimension 1 and dimension 2. In the triangle class, we have read dimension method. And in the rectangle class also, we have read dimension method. And we are taking input from the user as dimension 1. And dimension 2, we are also taking from the user. Here also, we are taking same. And we have find area method here. And we also have find area method here. So can you tell me what are the common thing here? So see, this one is a common part in both classes. This one is a common part in both classes. And what other is a common part? Tell me what another common part? This one till here. Till here we have a common part. And also here we can say this one is a common part. This is inside both classes. This is inside both classes. If something common in both classes, so if we are writing the same thing again and again for each class, so it is waste of time. So instead of doing this common thing again and again, instead of writing the same code again and again, what we do, we create an abstract class. What we do, we create an abstract class. Okay, so what we will do, we will not write this common property as well as we will not write this common property in again and again in different classes. We also will not write this common property in the different classes. What we will do, we will create a what class? We will create a abstract class which contain the common property for all the triangles, right? Okay, so instead of writing the same code again and again, what we will do, we will create a common class. We will create a common class, or we can say we will create abstract class which contain the common properties for both classes. Okay, so let me create an abstract class. So this one is abstract class. Okay, so we will write the class name as well. Okay, so let me write the class name. Okay, so class name is like shape. You can say the class name is what? Class name is shape. Okay, so I want like this class properties, only these two classes can access. Okay, but nobody can directly access this class. So what I will do, I will create this class as abstract. Okay, so I will create this class abstract. right? What I will do now, I will create the properties. What are the common properties here? Dimension 1 in dimension 2 and dimension 1 in dimension 2. So what I will do, I will create common property here in this shape class, like dimension 1 and dimension 2. Correct? Then what I will do, I will write here this method only one time, because this is common here also. This method common here also. So we will not write common method here and here. Instead of this method, we will write here. Like what we will write? Okay, we will write here def. Okay, read, read, read what? Read dimension. Okay, same as we write here, the same code we will write here. The same code we will write here. Then what we will do? We will inherit this property of which class? We will inherit the property of shape class. Triangle class will inherit the property of shape class, and rectangle class will also inherit the property of shape class. And the moment the triangle class inherit the property means it have dimension and it also have dimension 2. But we don't need to write dimension here again and again. And same if it is inheriting, here also have dimension and dimension 2 as well. And the method read method here and read method here also. Okay, so we don't need to write the code and again, right? So if you are not getting it, we will write the code as well so that you can get the clear understanding. Okay, so let me open a ideally so that you can clearly understand what I am trying to say. Okay, so first I will create a module, or we can say I will create a new file. New file or module are same thing, right? Because each Python program is what? A module. Each Python file is what? A module. This is main 62. Okay, so here I will write the code. I will write class triangle. Okay, okay. Instead of creating class triangle, first I will create shape class. What I will create? I will create class shape, and I will make this class as abstract ABC, and this ABC class represent in ABC module. And if you are using ABC module, so you will import this, import ABC module. Correct? Now you are able to access this ABC class, right? Then what I will do, now I will write the common properties. I will write the common properties for triangle and for rectangle here in shape class. So what I will write here, first I will create the constructor here, and here I will write self. Then I will write here dimension, dimension 1 and dimension 2. Okay, so this dimension is instance property. So I will write here self dot. Okay, so I want nobody can access this property outside the class. So what I will do, I will make it private. I will make it what? Okay, I will not make it private. Why? Because when the moment you inherit this class, this property, so it will not be visible in inherited class. So that's why I'm not making it private. Instead of private, I will keep it public, right? After creating the property, I will create a method. What method I will create? I will create read dimension method. Read dimension method. And if it is the instance method, I will write here self. Right. Then what I will do, I will write here self dot dimension 1 equals to input. Okay, input. So remember everyone, this input function, this input method return string type of data. But our dimension is what type of data? Float type of data. So we will convert our string type of data into what? Float type of data. Right? For dimension 2. Correct? Then what I will write here? I will write here an abstract method. I will write here an abstract method. So whenever you will write abstract method, so you will write ABC module name dot abstract method. Correct? Abstract method. First you will write this decorator, then you will write method. Fine area. Okay. The question is why we are making this method abstract? Because, and why we are not creating this method as abstract? Because listen, reading dimension is same for all the shapes. Reading dimension, taking input for dimension 1 in dimension 2 is same in rectangle class and is same in triangle class, right? But implementation like find area is different in triangle class, and find area method is different in which class? In rectangle class. So that's why we are creating this method as abstract. Okay, and we will not write the implementation. We will not write the implementation. We will say pass. We will say pass. Okay. So please try to understand this example, everyone. Okay, so please try to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. Just let me take a pen so that I can teach you better. Okay. So for example, please try to understand. For example, we have an animal class. Okay, just wait. Okay, so we have an animal class. Please try to understand. Okay, so we have animal class. Okay. So in animal class, we have a method called eat. Okay. So we will not write the definition of eat method. We will not write the definition of eat method. So what we will do, for example, this is a animal class. So what I will do, I will create a class dog, and I will create a class cat. Okay. So for example, if we talk, okay, so instead of writing cat, what we will do, okay, instead of writing dog, I will write here, I will create a cow class. Okay, cow class. So we have cow class and we have cat class. Cat class and cow class. So both class have eat method. Both class have eat method because cow can eat and cat also can eat. Okay, and cow is an animal and cat is also an animal. Okay, but eat method is common, but implementation is different. Cow can eat veg. Cow eat only veg, whereas cat eat non-veg. Cat eat what? Non-veg. Eating method is same, but implementation is different. That's why we will make this eat method as abstract. We will make this eat method as abstract because this is a common method in both classes, but the implementation is different. That's why we are creating find area method, because find area method is triangle class also there, and in rectangle class is also there. But triangle class implementation is different, and in rectangle class we have different implementation of find area method. That's why we are making this method as abstract method. Correct? I hope you are getting now. All right. Okay. So what I will do, I will create which class? I will create triangle class now. Class triangle. All right. Triangle class. And I will this triangle class inherit which class? Shape class. This triangle class inherit shape class, so that all the common properties which are available in shape class come here in triangle class. Correct? So I will write the constructor for triangle class, def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. This is what constructor. Here what I will do, I will not write the property of triangle class because property inherited by shape class. Correct or not? Okay. Then what I will do, I will call this super class constructor. So I will write here super dot underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Right. Then what I will do, I will write the implementation of find area method. Okay. Find area method. I will write the implementation of which method? Find area method. Def find area. Okay. Or we can say, here, what I am doing here, I am overriding. Overriding which method? Find area method. Correct. So I will give the definition here for find area. Okay, so what is the definition I will give? Implementation I will give. Return self dot dimension 1 dot self dot dimension 2. Multiplication 0.5. Right. Then what I will do? I will create a class, rectangle class. Rectangle class I will create, and this class will also inherit shape class. Okay, what's the class name? Shape, capital S. And here also we have capital S. Then what I will do? I will write the constructor in this class also. So I will write here def init underscore self, and I will call the super class constructor. How I will call? I will write super method dot underscore underscore init underscore underscore in parenthesis. Right now, what I will do? I will override find area method. Find area method. I will override. Okay, overriding. Okay, right. And what I will do here? I will calculate the area of rectangles. So how can I calculate? I will write here self dot dimension 1 multiplication self dot dimension 2. Correct? All right. So we have in this moment we have shape class, okay, and we have triangle class as well as we have rectangle class. Now the time to create the object of each class. Okay. Okay. So what I will do? I will write. I will create the object of triangle class. Triangle class. Okay. So T1 is the object of triangle class. Okay. Then I will call which method in triangle class with the help of triangle class object. I will call T1 dot read dimension method. I will call read dimension method. Then what I will do? I will find the area. T1 dot find area method I will call. And this find area method return what? Area. And this area we will store inside a variable called area. Okay. We can say this is the area 1. Now what I will do? I will print. I will write here print using f string. I will say here area of triangle is area 1 to f. Okay, why we are writing dot to f? So that we get only 2 points value after decimal value, right? Then same here, I will create the object of rectangle class. Rectangle class object I will create. And what is the object name? Like we can say R1. R1 is the object name of rectangle class. Then what I will do? I will call read method, read dimension method I will call. And then what I will do? I will call R1 dot find area method I will call. And this find area method will return what? It will return the area of rectangle. Then what I will do? I will create a variable called area2 and I will store the area returned by rectangle class into area2. Right? Then what I will do? I will print this area2. So using f string, I will print. I will write a f string. Okay. So area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is area2 dot 2f. Okay. So how many classes we have? We have an abstract class first. In abstract class, we have dimension 1, dimension 2 as a property because this dimension 1 in dimension 2 common in triangle class as well as in rectangle class. That's why we are inheriting this triangle class with shape class and rectangle class with shape class. And read method is common in both triangle and rectangle. And implementation is different. That's why we are making this implementation method as abstract. Okay. So here implementation is different in triangle class and here implementation is different in rectangle class. Right. So if I run this code, so what will happen? If I run this code, okay, so I missed some parenthesis. Okay, I missed the curly braces here. Okay, so let me run again. Now see what's the error. Again, I missed. Okay, I missed again. Now try now. Okay, again error is coming. Triangle is not defined. Okay, I think name error is there. See, try triangle. Okay, triangle. Okay, correct. Let me run again. Okay, so many errors are coming. Okay, let me resolve the errors. Okay, okay, so what's the mistake here? I think the mistake is I'm giving the wrong spelling of rectangle class. So what is the rectangle? Here n is missing. Okay. Now save this code and try to run again. Okay. So now it is asking like enter dimension. For example, dimension is like I can give any dimension like 1.2 and like 1.5. Okay, so triangle area is 0.0.90. And what's the area? Okay, now I will enter dimension for rectangle. Like what I will enter, for example, 1.8, 2.7. Right. So what is the area of rectangle? 4.86. Correct? Okay, now see what is duct typing. What is duct typing, or we can say runtime polymorphism. Duct typing and runtime polymorphism both are the same thing, right? So what is duct typing, or we can say polymorphism runtime? So an ability of reference variable change its behavior based on the type of object assigned. Okay, runtime polymorphism allow to develop loosely coupled code. All right, so runtime polymorphism allow us to develop what? Loosely coupled code, right? The code, okay, see, just wait. Okay, see, the code which works with any type is called loosely coupled code. All right, now see the duct typing. A programming style which does not look at an object's type to determine if it has the right interface. Instead, the method or attribute is simply called or used if it looks like a duck and, or we can say, quacks like a duck. It must be a duck, right? So for example, we will understand this definition with example also. All right, so let me write the code. Okay, so let me open IDLE. IDLE is nothing but integrated development learning environment. Okay, so I will create a new file. I'll save this file, desktop, full stack Python, and here are the programs. And this one is 63. All right, this one is 63. Correct. Now what I will do, I will create a class. I will create a first abstract class. Okay, so I will write here class. Then I will write the class name. The class name is debit card. Debit card is a class name. Then if you want to make it abstract class, so you will inherit a class which is ABC, abstract base class, and this base class is present in ABC module. Okay, so if you are using ABC module, what you will do, you will import ABC module. You will write here import ABC module, right? Now here I will declare some method. Okay, I will write here abstract method abc dot abstract method. Okay, so what is our method name? Our method name is withdraw method, which is abstract method. All right, and whenever you will create a block, so a block must have a statement. A block must have a statement. You cannot create a block without writing a statement. So we cannot we cannot implement the withdraw function. So what we will do, we will write here pass only. Okay, so now it is allowed. If we will not write anything, means error will come. So instead of not implementation, but error should not come, that's why we are writing here pass. Right, now I will create a class like hdfc debit card. Okay, this is debit card class, hdfc debit class. Okay, so for example, if hdfc bank will create the card of, if hdfc bank will create a debit card, so definitely it will follow the rules provided by the RBI. Okay, so rules are defined in debit card class. So this hdfc bank or hdfc debit card must inherit which class? Debit card class. Okay, so it will inherit debit card class. The moment it inherit debit card class, automatically this method comes here to the HDFC debit card. Okay, so here we will write the definition of withdraw method, and this is the, we will write here self because this is the instance method. Here I will say print withdraw 50,000. Correct. Now I will create another bank debit card. like SBI debit card, SBI debit card. So SBI bank will also follow the debit card rules provided by the RBI. Okay, so it must inherit which class? Debit card class. Okay, so the moment it inherited debit card class, so it must have withdraw method. So here we will write another implementation of withdraw method. Okay, self here, right? Okay, spelling mistake is there, right? Now what I will do, I will write the print. Okay, this is a demo purpose only. Okay, withdraw 20,000, correct? Now what I will do now, I will write here class ICICI ATM, ICICI ATM. Okay, I will write here def insert self, and I will write here D. Correct, I will write D dot. Okay, so what I will do, for example, I'm creating ICICI Bank ATM. Now I'm not creating debit card, I'm creating a ATM. So ATM must have a method, insert method for inserting the card, right? So what I will do, I will create the insert method, and inside the insert method, I will pass the object of like SBI debit card or HDFC debit card object I will pass in order to withdraw money. Okay, so I will create insert method, and inside the insert method, I will call respective debit card class, right? If it is the object, if D is the object of HDFC class, so it will call this withdraw method. If D is the object of SBI debit card class, so it will call this withdraw method, right? Hope you are getting. Okay. So here I'll say, I will write here, I will just call, I'll simply call the withdraw method. Okay. Now what I will do, I will create the object, I will create the card. For example, I'm going to creating card or creating object is the same thing. HDFC debit card, correct? And what I will do, I will write here card 1 equals to. Okay. Now I will create SBI bank debit card. Card 2 equals to SBI debit card, correct? Now what I will do, I will create the object of which class? ATM class, because we will insert this card 1 and this card 2 into what? ATM. So I will create the ATM class object. So I will write here ICICI ATM, correct? And if you are creating the ATM, so definitely you will insert what? Card. So you will give, okay, what you will do, you will create the object of which class? You will create the object of which class? ATM class. For example, ATM1 equals to, so ATM1 is the object of ATM ICICI ATM card class. Okay. Then what I will do, I will insert the card ATM1 dot insert, because insert method is there in ICICI Bank. Okay, so it's required one object. So I will pass this card 1. Okay, insert what? Card 1. This card 1 belongs to HDFC debit card, and this card 2 belongs to SBI debit card. So I will also call the second class ATM1 dot insert card 2, correct? Okay, hope you are getting now. All right. So if I run this code, so what will happen? Error is coming. Let me check what's the error. Okay, I think the spelling mistake error. Okay, so what's the error here? I missed I here, so I will put I here. All right, now I will try to execute the code. Let's check whether error is there or not. So no error. Okay, see, try to understand this output now. Okay, so we created the card. We created a debit card of which class? HDFC debit card we created. Then we created SBI debit card. Okay, so this is what? Card 2 belongs to SBI debit card, and we have ICI Bank ATM. Okay, in this bank ATM, we have a insert method. So what we will do, we will create the object of ICICI Bank ATM. Here we are creating object of ICICI Bank ATM. Okay, so ATM1 is an object. So with the help of this ATM1, we will call this insert method. Okay, and when we call this insert method, we will pass here object. So object means we will pass here card. Okay, card 1 belongs to HDFC. Then we will again call this insert method, and we will pass card 2, which is belongs to what? SBI debit card, correct? So we are calling insert method. When we call the insert method, Okay, so D, for example, D is an object of card1. So it will call withdraw method of which class? This class, withdraw. Okay, and it will withdraw 50,000. Here it is showing the output as 50,000, and then it will call withdraw method of card2. Okay, card2 is nothing but SBI debit card. So it will call withdraw method of SBI debit card, and it is printing withdraw 20,000 rupees. Okay, so here is the message 20,000 rupees. All right, hope you are getting now. Okay, all right, so let's see. Okay, so we have another example. Suppose we have this class. This class is what? This is the abstract class. So when you make a class abstract, then what you will do? You will use abstract base class, and this abstract base class present in ABC module. So that's why we are importing ABC module. Okay, now we will create abstract method. The moment you will create abstract method, then definitely you will import this. You will use this decorator at the rate ABC dot abstract method. Okay, so when you are creating a block, so definitely you will write a statement. Okay, so we are writing here pass because we cannot write the implementation of this method in the abstract class. That's why we are writing here pass keyword. Okay, then we have a Airtel sim class. We have a class Airtel sim, and this sim class inheriting which class? Sim class, which is abstract class. Means if some company like Airtel will create a sim, so it will definitely follow the rules of sim. Okay, sim class rules it will follow. Okay, so in the Airtel sim class method, we have a connect method. Okay, so the moment this method will call, it display the message connect to Airtel network. All right, then we have another class BSNL sim, and this is inherited by sim class. Sim is a abstract class, right? And in BSNL sim class, we have connect method, and it is printing connect to BSNL network. Okay, after that we have a mobile class. Okay, because sim BSNL sim, or you can say Airtel sim, we will insert in a mobile. Okay, so we have a mobile class. In mobile class we have an insert method. Okay, and here insert method we will pass sim object, like Airtel sim object we may pass, and BSNL sim object we may pass. And with the help of this object we will call connect method. If it is a BSNL object, then it will definitely connect with BSNL method. And if it is the object of S is the object of Airtel SIM class, so definitely it will connect with Airtel network. Correct. Now what we will do? We will create the objects. So S1 belongs to Airtel SIM, S2 object belongs to BSNL SIM, and we are creating the object of mobile. And mobile class we have insert method, so we are calling insert m1 dot insert, and we are passing sim Airtel sim we are passing, and we are passing what? BSNL sim. Okay, we are passing BSNL sim, so it will call respective methods. Okay, so mobile class will call respective methods. Okay, so what would be the output? Okay, this would be the output. Okay, I'm not implementing this method, this program, so it's your responsibility to write the program and execute the program, because this is an executable program. This is error free program. You can practice. Okay, without practice you cannot understand. If I teach you like 10 times, even you will not able to write the code if you will not practice. So practice is a key. You have to practice more than one time by yourself. Okay, this is a secret of become a full stack developer. All right, so now see, now we will see nested classes or inner classes. What is nested classes, or we can say what is inner classes? What is the mean of nested? Nested means inside, within, or we can say nested means within. Okay, if we are saying nested classes, so means class inside a class inside a class. If we are saying nested if, means if inside what? Inside if, right? Nested for means for inside for. Okay, so nested means within. So here we will discuss about nested classes, or we can say inner classes. We're gonna discuss here. Okay, so let's understand the simple definition of nested class or inner class. Defining class inside a class is called nested classes or inner classes. What is the need of nested classes, or we can say inner classes? Number one, hiding classes inside the class. If you want to hide a class inside a class, then you will use nested classes. And if you want to achieve modularity, then you will use inner classes, or we can say nested classes. Correct? Okay. So inner classes are two types. Number one is member class. Number two is local class. So remember this thing. Interviewer may ask you some questions like that. Okay, so oops part is really important for the interview purpose. Okay, so you need to make command on oops part, means object oriented programming. Okay, because object oriented programming you can implement through any programming language. So this is a common part. So make this concept, object oriented concept, strong. So whenever you will learn this OOPS with any language, so you will see the similarity, because object oriented concept or rules same for every language. All right. See here, now we will discuss about member class. If class defined as a member of class, it is called member class. This class can access by any member of class. Okay, so please try to understand. If class defined as a member of a class, it is called member class. This class can access by any member of class. Right. So see the syntax. See the syntax. So we will write here class keyword. Then we will write the name of the outer class. Okay. And we have a variables and methods inside the outer class. After that, we have inner class. Here is the inner class keyword, and we will write the member class name, or we can say inner class name. And in this inner class name, we have variables and we have methods. All right. So this is the syntax. Okay. Syntax. This is what? Syntax. This is the outer class and this is the inner class. Okay. And please try to understand this example. For example, we have a class. This A class is outer class, and then we have a B class. B class is nothing but inner class, or we can say member class. In this B class, we have method like M1, and whenever you will write method, so definitely you will implement. If you are not writing any statement, so you can write pass simply. Then we have another method which is M2, and we have pass, and we have method M3, and we are writing here pass. Correct. So try to understand this definition. Inner class can access member of outer class. For example, this one is B is what? B is a inner class. So inner class have a priority, or we can say inner class have the what we can say. All right. So मतलब कहने का मतलब ये है कि मतलब B क्लास के पास एबिलिटी है कि वो A क्लास की प्रॉपर्टीज और मेथड्स को एक्सेस कर ले. करेक्ट. ऑल राइट. All right, class directly. Okay, inner class can access members of outer class directly. Outer class cannot access member of inner class directly. But outer class. So where is the outer class? This B class A. Class A is the outer class. Class A cannot directly access the methods of B class. But B class have the ability to access all the methods of A class directly. Okay, means inner class can access inner class can access the methods of outer class, but outer class cannot access directly. Right. Hope you are getting. So see this example. For example, we have a class person class. We have in this person class, person is what? Person here, person is what? Outer class. Outer class. Correct. And then we have address class. This address class is what? Inner class, or we can say member class. Correct. And in this class, we have a constructor, init constructor, and we are initializing the properties like house number, street, city. Okay, and we are assigning none here because we are not going to assign any value while creating the objects. Now we will create a method read address. So with the help of input method, we can read the house number, we can read the street, and we can read the city. We can take input as a city, and we will store this house number into the house number variable, street variable, and city variable. And please remember, these are what? These are the private methods, private property. Okay, these are what? Private property, because underscore is there. This followed by underscore. And then we have print address method, and we are printing here address. Address is like house number we are printing street number, as well as we are printing city. Okay, then what we are doing, we are creating the constructor. Why we are creating another constructor? See, remember this thing, this constructor, okay, this constructor belongs to inner class. Okay, and this constructor, okay, try to understand. Okay, so this constructor belongs to the outer class. This constructor belongs to the person class, which is outer class. Correct. And in this constructor, we are creating the property of outer class like name and address. Okay, so this address property, we will create the object of address class. We will write the class name, person dot address. Okay, the moment we will call this person dot address, what we are doing here, we are calling this address class, or we can say inner class. And how we are calling? We will write, in order to call this inner class from outside the inner class, means from the outer class. If you want to call the inner class method or something, so what you will do, you will write person dot, you will write person dot address. like this you will address. So you cannot directly access address class method. What you will do, you will write like this, person dot address. Okay, then you will get the address. All right, and then we have another method in outer class. These are the methods of outer class, right? This is the outer class method, read person. So here we are reading person name, and here we are reading what, address. Okay, so we have a object ad. Add is what, object of which class, address class. And how we are calling address class, how we are creating object of address class, using person dot address. All right, hope you are understanding now. And this is also belongs to the outer class. This method is also belongs to the outer class. Method name is print person. Okay, and this is the instance method. That's why we are writing self here. Instance method belongs to the objects, or we can say object label method. And in this print person, we have like, we are printing what, person name, as well as we are printing person address, correct? And we are calling this method print address with the help of address object. Okay, now we are creating person class object p1, and we are calling p1 dot read address, read person, and p1 dot print person. So these methods, print person we are calling, as well as read person we are calling, correct? We are not calling outer class method. Oh, sorry, we are not calling inner class method from the outside the class. We are calling inner class method inside the outer class. Okay, and but here from the outside the outer class, we are creating the object of outer class. Please don't confuse, don't be confused. Try yourself, then only you can understand. So here is the output. It's asking name is like NK, house number is 11. Okay, Hosseini, state is Hosseini, and city Hyderabad, and NK, and another address like this you can practice. All right, then we have another example. Okay, to understand the inner class. For example, we have a class A, and inside A is what? Please tell me what is A. A is what? Outer class. Okay, now tell me what is B. B is a inner class. B is what? Inner class. Public member class we can say. Okay, or we can say inner class. Don't be confused. Inner class. All right. Now we inside the B class we have a M1 method, and inside the M1 method we have a statement print M1 of B class. Okay. So I want to create the objects of which class? I want to create the object of this class. Means B class object I want to create. So what is the rule? How you can create? So you will write first outer class name. What's the name of outer class? A. And what is the name of inner class? B. So you want to create the object of B class. So this is how you can create A dot B. You will write A dot B. Then what you will do, in the B class have M1 method. So with the help of B class object, you can call this M1 method. Here we are calling M1 method. All right. See this example. See this. We have X class. This is what, outer class. And we have a Y class, which is private class. Why private? Because followed by underscore underscore. Prefix as underscore underscore. So this is the private inner class. And in this private inner class, we have M1 method. And inside the M1 method, we have a message M1 of Y class. And then we have a M2 class, M2 method. And what we are doing inside the M2 method, we are creating object of which class? We are creating objects of Y class object we are creating. Then how we can create the Y class object? We will write X dot underscore underscore Y. Okay, we can access Y inside the class, right? So we will write X dot Y. So this is the object of Y class, and with the help of Y class object, we can create the method inside the Y class. So M1 method here inside the Y class. So we are calling like this. Okay, but from the outside the object we cannot call. We cannot call. Why? We cannot create the object of Y class from the outside the class, because this is what, Y is a private class. Okay, and we cannot call this method M1 if you will create object outside the class, right? Then what we will do, we will create the object of X class, and we will call M2 method with the help of object X class, correct? And here is what, M1 of T class, M1 of Y class, correct? You need to practice. Okay, I will provide the link of this presentation. Just you need to check the description, and in the description you will get a link. Just click on the link and download this presentation. You can see 1 to 76 presentations are available. Okay, because this, sorry, this is what, 75th video. 75th video. So 75th presentations are available. So what are you waiting for? You need to practice. Okay, there are so many presentations are there for your practice. Okay, so don't look for like perfection. Just start working from now only. Start working from now only. You have so many material. It is freely available. I'm not charging any money. I'm not charging any money to you. All right, so it is free. So use it and try to utilize this presentation. Okay. All right. Now please try to understand this example. Okay. For example, we have a person class. Person is the outer class, and we have a date class. This is the inner class, but it is a private class. Inner class, but private class. Correct. This is a private class, and in this private class, we have a constructor method. And what we are doing here, we are writing self underscore underscore dd, self dot underscore mm yy, like this. We are defining in a single line. We are creating the property of which class? Date class, right? And in this class, in this date class, we have a set date method, and here we are asking date, month, and year, and we are assigning the date, month, and year. All right, and here we have another method which is print date method, and we are printing date, month, as well as year. Okay, this constructor belongs to which class? Outer class, and here we have a name, person name, and we are creating object of which class? Date class. So date is a private class, so you will write person dot underscore underscore date. This is how you will create the object of date class, which is dob. Okay, and inside the outer class we have a method which is set person method. Here we are taking argument as name and what? Date of birth, month, and year. All right, and we are assigning the value simply. Okay, these are value assigning, and we have another method, print person method. Here we are printing person name, as well as we are calling print date object, print date method. Okay, then we have a person class object p1, and we are calling p1 dot set person, and here we are assigning name. Okay, and we are assigning some others values, whatever required here. Okay, these values we are assigning. Okay. And then we are printing person. Okay, so output is like this: person name is printing, and person date of birth is printing. Correct. Now we will study about local class. Okay, so what is local class? Here is a simple definition of local class. A class defined inside method or block is called local class. A class defined inside the method or a block is called local class. This class is used inside declared block. Okay, so local class defined inside a block, or we can say a method. Same like we have a local variables and global variables. Same the concept here also. Here also, like local class, or we can say we can define local class inside a block or a method. For example, try to understand this example. Okay, so we have a class A, and inside a class A we have m1 method, and m1 method is we are printing message inside m1 method, and then we have a local class B, and we are writing here m2, and we are printing m2 of B local class. All right, and we are creating objects of B. All right, and we are calling which method? M2 method, right? And here we are creating object of outer class, which is A, and we are calling M1 method. Okay, all right. So please try to execute this code, and please try to understand the definitions. If you want to make your own handwritten notes, you can write your handwritten notes as well. Okay, this is the valuable presentation. Okay, so if you utilize this presentation, this will definitely work out for you. Correct. So thank you everyone for giving your valuable time. All right, thank you for giving your valuable time, and please keep on practice. If you will practice more, then only you will understand the logics. Okay, practice is the key. Practice and consistency is the key here. Learning full stack Python, nothing else. Okay. All right, and just keep on practice and don't be sad. Always keep a smile. Correct. Always keep a smile and try to solve the problems and be ready for the bad time, because time is not uh, always same. It may be changed, so prepare yourself for the bad time as well. If time is good, then practice and make yourself strong, right? All right everyone, bye now. Thanks for watching this video.